Hey there, you guys. Gabriel Gregson here. We got a bit of a Tropo opening up here across southwestern Illinois very early this morning. In fact, it's so early that I don't even remember what day it is. Actually, no, I'm just kidding. It's the 3rd. It's the 3rd of October. I start off by scanning the weather radio band. McLeansboro, Illinois.
Chance of showers before 8 p.m. Lows in the lower 60s. South winds around 5 miles an hour.
Whoa, KXI 66 in Piedmont, Missouri. Well, I can officially confirm that station still needs to go wireless. So I can now say there's 3 Paducah stations that are not wireless that I can think of right now. KIH 46, WXG 91, and KXI 66.
Midnight, giving us a relative humidity of 62%. The wind was out and the pressure was 30.20 inches and steady. Elsewhere in the metro area,
KXI 70,
it was clear and 73 degrees. In Mount Vernon, it was clear
and KXI 42.
In Springfield, it was clear with a temperature of 68. In Carbondale, it was clear and the temperature was 64. At Cape Coral, the temperature was 64 degrees.
KXI 49, Salem.
Degrees. Chance of rain 40%. Wednesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-70s. Wednesday night and Thursday, mostly clear.
WWG 49, Fredericktown, Missouri. Another station that doesn't have a wireless transmitter. I forgot to mention KXI 49 is also not wireless. So yeah, I can confirm both of those are still phone line.
64. With a temperature of 72. That is outlook for the period Friday through Wednesday.
Whoa.
There is a chance of thunderstorms Monday through Tuesday night. Spotter activation is not expected at this time. Air quality alert in effect from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Friday. The St. Louis Clean Air Partnership has issued an air quality alert for the St. Louis metropolitan area from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Friday. An orange air quality forecast means that maximum ozone and fine particulates concentrations are expected to reach levels that pose a health risk. Adverse health effects increase as air quality deteriorates. Ground level ozone and fine particulates is an air contaminant which can cause breathing difficulties for children, older adults, as well as persons with respiratory problems. Reducing outdoor physical activity is recommended. If it is a regularly scheduled workday, you are urged to consider telecommuting, carpooling, or utilizing public transit. Avoid excessive idling and do not top off when refueling motor vehicles. The use of gasoline-powered lawn equipment should be reduced or postponed until late in the day. For more information, visit the St. Louis Clean Air Partnership at cleanair-stlouis.com. For current air quality index values, visit airnow.gov. The current time is 1:09 a.m. Central Daylight Time. This is NOAA, Weather Radio WWF 75 Bourbon, Missouri, broadcasting on 162.525 megahertz. This program originates from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in St. Louis, Missouri, and serves parts of central and southeast Missouri.
Dang, I'm getting that really clear. I would not be surprised if when I do the FM later, if I'm getting like what is it? KWFC Springfield / Fortland, Missouri, or let's see, KXMO in Owensville, Missouri.
Per hour. Daylight time. This is Noah. Weather Radio KDO 89.
Speaking of the devil, there's WXL 46 in Fordland. Holy cow. Hello. This is a Tropo. Definitely, I should say. A Tropo. Because that's at least 200 miles. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the old Sangean radio. What I'm going to do here is play the radio until a song ends and the station IDs itself. And when that occurs, I will pause. Well, while the song's playing, I will pause recording. That way I don't get copyrighted. And when the ID comes on, I will resume.
Speech on, camera, flash, frame rate, video, frame, cap, stop, take picture, pause, viewfinder, pause recording, speech off.
Power on, FM band, 70% battery level. FM 105.1.
Thing, do you have a tendency to put things off until tomorrow? One of the procrastinators of the world? I've got a couple of them in our family. Well, psychologists say promptly taking care of important chores can actually make you healthier. They found that procrastinators put so much pressure on themselves that they end up with stress-related illnesses compared to people that don't put things off. So try to get things taken care of kind of promptly.
Your classic hit station, 95.3.
Hey Jen, you ready for a girls' night in?
That is KXMO out of Owensville, Missouri. Directly in the direction that most of this Tropo is coming from.
Speech on, viewfinder, pause recording, button.
Hey, y'all, my name is Cody Johnson. WCRC.
Effingham, Illinois. So, I just managed to receive something on 96.5. Not exactly sure what it is. They were doing the weather forecast for tonight. And thanks to my very powerful neighbor on 96.3 WFUN FM in St. Louis, I was only able to hear bits and pieces. But thankfully, one of those bits and pieces offered a bit of a clue. It was some station operated by Withers Broadcasting, because it said from the Withers Weather Center. Sheesh, say that 3 times fast. Sheesh. From the Withers Weather Center with your first warning forecast. So that was helpful. So some sort of identification.
Real Country is celebrating Country Music Month. Every day during the month of October, we're featuring a different Real Country superstar. Today's artist is Patsy Cline.
Trying to solve this mystery for you guys. You're getting each attempt that I get every time a song ends. This Real Country, whatever it is, I'm on 97.3. I am trying my hardest to solve this because I've heard a Patsy Cline song, I've heard a song from the 80s, and now I'm hearing something that was released, I believe, in 2023. or 2024. So I'm kind of confused because it's not really going any direction. Like it's country, but it's about it. I will stick on it until I solve this.
Zimmerman, rocking a hard place right here in real country. Hey, here's one of those old diet tricks that researchers say actually works. You should chew each bite of food a minimum of 20 times. They say you'll consume at least 70% fewer calories per meal than when you're eating fast. And that's true. Plus, it takes about 15 minutes for your brain to catch up with your belly to let you know you're full. So slow down a little bit. Keep it here. We're going to do some Alabama. They're coming up.
All right, the guys are at the game, so it's shopping time. Ugh, I hate them all. Ew, no, I mean JTV. Jewelry Television? I'm obsessed with their jewelry. Have you seen their artisan collections? And the color gemstone jewelry? They have gemstones I've never seen anywhere else. Plus, they even have gifts for men.
Right now, new customers receive 25% off their first purchase of $50 or more when they visit jtv.com/radio.
Did you know they have more than 90,000 products? Maybe the game will go into overtime.
Ever wonder how dark the world can really get?
Well, we dive into the twisted, the terrifying, and the true stories behind some of the world's most chilling crimes.
Hi, I'm Ben.
And I'm Nicole.
Together we host Wicked and Grim, a true crime podcast that unpacks real-life horrors one case at a time.
With deep research, dark storytelling, and the occasional drink to take the edge off.
We're here to explore the wicked
And reveal the grim. We are Wicked and Grim.
Follow and listen on your favorite podcast platform.
You're not wired to have a response to this sound. You're neutral to it, and you can hear it repeatedly without feeling anything. But when you introduce a new stimulus, save the food, we've achieved pulling a natural or inborn response from you. Save the food, because 30% of all food in the US never gets eaten. Save the food, cook it, store it, share it. Just don't waste it. For tips and recipes, visit SaveTheFood.com. Brought to you by NRDC and the Ad Council.
This is why you work so hard to pay the mortgage. Because home is more than four walls and a roof. It's that porch swing on a summer evening. It's everybody over for Sunday dinner. And the family sleeping in their own beds at night. Make your home affordable with a free government resource that can make paying a mortgage easier. Call 888-995-HOPE or visit makinghomeaffordable.gov. This is why. Brought to you by the U.S. Treasury, HUD, and the Ad Council.
Only 1/2% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college. But all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up. Lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home. This message presented by the Illinois High School Association and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
You're listening to me right now. So why are we talking about me and not you? Specifically, your business and how you can use Real Country 1230 to reach new heights. Radio is connected to the community. It's the soundtrack of your life. Find out how you can join the Real Country family. Call an account executive today at 618-443-2121 or email WHCO@realcountry1230.com.
No way!
It only takes a minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. And you can do it at doihaveprediabetes.org. But you're probably not going to, are you?
No
Kids,
way!
listening to radio.
Holy
You're busy,
shoot!
which is great because busy
Oh
people
my
can't
God!
get prediabetes. Oh my, I read that wrong. They can. Should have worn no glasses. So visit
When we get done with commercial break, I'll tell you what this is.
Because prediabetes can be reversed.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
This is Real Country. Playing over 50 years of the genuine Nashville sound. Today's stars and legends and the greatest hits of all time. This is Real Country 1230 and 97.3 WHCO.
NBC News Radio, I'm Jim.
WHCO! Now, I know what you're thinking. WHCO, where is that? Well, Folks, that is a translator, FM translator for 12:30 a.m. WHCO, Sparta, Illinois. Nearly 60 miles away to my south. So not exactly a far catch by any means, but it is a catch that I will take. Wow! That's a tropo for you. Woo! Indicates we might be getting some big weather signals tonight. I don't know. I'm going to do a weather radio shot here now and see what we're stretching up against. Because if I'm getting that good, makes me wonder how my southern stations are wiping out my normals.
South winds around 5 miles an hour. After 2
There's Hawk Point trying to come in.
Tuesday night, spark outlook for portions of eastern and central Missouri, as well as west central and southwest Illinois.
Whoa.
For tonight,
That's...
no hazardous weather is ahead. Rain 40%. Wednesday, outlook mostly clear. Day.
I think this is...
Thunderstorms Monday through Tuesday night.
Which one's...
Spotter
Which one's this? I'm trying to figure this one out.
The current time is 1:37 a.m. Central Daylight Time. This is NOAA. Weather Radio KXI 42 Chester, Illinois.
Okay, that explains why I was getting Sparta so well. KXI 70 is pretty much almost wiped out by KXI 42. I can get it in one little spot.
Lewis, Missouri, and serves parts of southwest Illinois and southeast Missouri. Overnight, 80s. Southwest winds around 5 miles per hour. Southeast winds around 5 miles per hour. Sunday, sunny. Highs in the mid-80s. Afternoon. Adverse health effects increase as air quality deteriorates. Ground-level ozone and fine particulates is an air contaminant which can cause breathing difficulties for children, older and Lewis metropolitan area from 10 a.m. to 9, near Marion, Illinois.
This tropo is literally like almost straight south as well as southwest. Wow. I don't think I usually see that, actually. I usually see a south, southwest, and southeast. I don't usually just see a south-southwest. But this is straight south-southwest. Because McLeansboro, Illinois is like almost gone. Fredericktown, Missouri is starting to boom in. Bourbon, Missouri is booming in pretty well. Down along Interstate 44. Let's see. Marion, Illinois, directly to my south. Well, I guess it's kind of southeast, but it's more south. Marion, Illinois is coming in like really good to my south. And then directly to my south, KXI 42 is wiping out my other local. Which, KXI 42, by the way, it doesn't even serve my county. The closest county that it serves to me is Randolph. That's 2 counties south of me. Actually, it might be 3. I don't know if... I've always wondered. I don't know if Randolph touches St. Clair or not. I think it does, but I don't know. I don't know if Randolph County touches St. Clair County or not. But it's so far south that it actually serves a couple of Paducah counties. Counties from the National Weather Service office in Paducah. Perry, Missouri, and Perry, Illinois. Sheesh. Like, and it's wiping out my St. Louis local, which, according to St. Louis, should be so clear that it serves my county, but I can't even get it in Madison County anymore because of this Tropo. Sheesh.
Speech off. View. Pause recording. Button. Speech off.
I am on KTJJ in Farmington right now. Let's see if I'm getting RDS signals, because my radio can detect them and let me know if I have them.
Start to synchronize the clock time using RDs with CT signals.
Holy
FM
shit!
98.6.
I am getting RDS on KTJJ 98.5 The Boot, J98, out of Farmington, Missouri. Almost 80 miles away. Holy crap, people. That's good. That is good. That might not be a very far catch, but I don't usually get RDS on that. Yes, it usually always comes in, but it's usually always very staticky, and it's always it always fades in and out often. I mean, it never goes completely away, but it's pretty staticky most times. That's how I can put it. But nope, I'm getting RDS on that full stop. Sheesh.
Speech. View. Pause recording. Speech off.
Okay. Wow. I've gotten this one before. I forget where it's at the moment, but it is a Southern Gospel station, low powered, on 99.5. Again, I've gotten this one before, but never this clearly. Never this clearly. What time is it anyway, by the way?
It is 1:46 a.m. 30% battery level.
I thought it was closer to 2 o'clock than that. I was going to say, if it's close to 2 o'clock, I'll have to see if I can get ID. I still might have to come back and get an ID. Because I'm wondering where the hell that is.
Speech. View. Pause recording. Button.
All right, so we got 94.1, or not 94, 102.1 WIBV in Mount Vernon, Illinois. But now I'm getting another country station as well. There's 2 country stations fighting it out on here, and I'm trying to figure out what the other one is, because there's a couple of possibilities. There's KJFM, which I doubt that's what it is, but there's KJFM in Louisiana, Missouri, Eagle 102, and then there's I think there might be one in Sullivan, Missouri too on that frequency, which I believe that's the more likely candidate, but we'll see. Looks like we're waiting through another song. This will be the top of the hour ID, likely, that I'm going to get on this one. One pattern that I am noticing with this station, it's all classics. So it might be a classic station. Which, if that's the case, oh boy, who knows where that's at, because classic country, there aren't a lot of them, but at the same time there are a lot of them because of translators, as we already saw with WHCO Sparta. But even the ones that are solely FM are very low power around here anyway. I mean, if you get further south into like, I know there's more potent one in like Willow Springs, Missouri, that's like 25,000 watts. There's one in like Texarkana that's like 50,000, but for the most part here in Illinois and like eastern Missouri, they're pretty low power. Even, you know, central and western Missouri, they're pretty much like duds.
Broadcasting live from the Sullivan Bank Studios, 102.1 KTUI Sullivan.
With SRN News, I'm Jason Walker.
KTUI Sullivan. Ha ha! First time getting that station. If I had to guess, I am definitely getting then WWF 75 still down in Bourbon. Probably pretty solidly, and probably WG 49 in Fredericktown, Missouri.
Wednesday night. For tonight, no hazardous weather is Wednesday night. Parts of east central Missouri and southwest Illinois, including the St. Louis area. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Saturday night, clear. Lows in the mid-50s.
There's McLeansboro finally making itself known.
Steady temperature in the mid-50s. With a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms.
Hawk Point and Marion fighting it out now.
Originates from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in St. Louis, Missouri, and serves parts of southwest Illinois and southeast Missouri. Rest of tonight.
Chester still being Chester.
Temperature in the mid-60s. Chance of showers. A chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon.
Salem coming in like nobody's business.
Chance of rain 40%. South winds around 5 miles per hour.
That's a Springfield station on Channel 5. WNG 648.
Elsewhere across the Midwest, it was clear with a temperature of 67 at Kansas City and 70 at Sullivan. At St. Louis, it was mostly cloudy with a temperature of 74. Once again, at 2 a.m. the report from Rolla was not available. It's your National Weather Service forecast for central Missouri, including the cities of Dixon, Rolla, Vienna, and surrounding communities.
Yep. WNG 648 in Crocker, Missouri now. So we are now out of the St. Louis region in terms of stations being received from that area, from Missouri, that is.
This is Noah, Weather Radio WWF 75 Bourbon, Missouri, broadcasting on 162.525 megahertz. This program originates from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in St. Louis, Missouri, and serves parts of central and southeast Missouri.
Wow, that is coming in as clear as KDO 89. Listen to this.
Temperature in the mid-60s. It was 64 degrees. It was fair in Cape Girardeau with 63 degrees. Highs in the upper 80s. Field, Illinois. Winds around 67. Friday night. It was fair. The temperature was 74 degrees and the wind was south at 3 miles an hour. Now here is the hazardous weather outlook for portions of eastern and central Missouri as well as west central and southwest Illinois. For tonight, no hazardous weather is expected at this time.
Uh-oh. I just heard a voice, well, a station rather, that I have not heard in a while come through the static behind KDO 89. WZ2548 in Eldon, Missouri. Holy crap. If that... We might have a Jefferson City Tropo trying to slide in. I have not had one of those in almost... God. Probably 5 months at least. Sheesh. This is getting good. I know, I should be asleep, but who gives a damn at this point?
Speech on. View. Pause recording. Button.
I see many of you are listening while you work from home. You really should put on some pants. B104.3, the Parkland's classic hit station.
Alrighty, B104.3, the Parkland's classic hit station. I forget the call sign on that, but I know that is like, I think it's like near Park Hills, Missouri. Again, definitely within that direction of the Tropo, stretching into Missouri. Seems like a very narrow duct, if I was to be completely honest, because all of these signals that I've been getting, in fact, speaking of signals, I just got a mystery signal while I was paused. On 102.7, it said, playing today's best music, W something something something. And KEZK, my powerhouse neighbor, like, bowered it off. So I have no idea what that was. And then I had a country station on 103.7, and I knew it was country because it was playing some Blake Shelton song. I couldn't tell which one, but I could just tell just by the voice that it was Blake Shelton when it briefly blew in, and then St. Louis's W279AQ blasted that away. But then right, through the static, I heard something about, country music, and then it said for something Missouri, and I'm like, okay, it's got to be Missouri. What part of Missouri? Well, where in Missouri? Is this like South Central Missouri, Central Missouri, Southeast Missouri? There's all kinds of possibilities. But if this tropo continues, who knows? I might end up finding that out. I will definitely have to keep you all updated on what's going on. This is going to be kind of like a video diary, if you will.
Speak, view, pause recording, button. Speech on, third, viewfinder, pause recording, button. Speech off. Speech on, pause recording, button.
I think this is Charleston, Missouri, which, if this is as clear as I'm getting it, this is going to bust this tropo wide open. And I say that because this is a low-power classic country station.
View, pause recording.
Low-power classic country station.
Pause record, pause record.
In Charleston, Missouri, possibly. C106.
Pause recording, button. Speech off.
So that station came in real clear there for a split second, but I couldn't do the ID because they were playing another song right on top of it. But it was indeed pure country, C106.1. That, my friends, is indeed Charleston, Missouri. Wow, this tropo has been blown out of the water. For those not in the know, Charleston, Missouri is actually south of Cape Girardeau. In fact, it's pretty damn close to the Arkansas border. Only reason I know this is because when I was in Little Rock earlier in 2024 through March of 2025, whenever I would come home or my parents would come down to pick me up, we would always drive up to Sikeston. That was our halfway stop, if you will, because it's about 7 hours and Sikeston's about 3.5 hours. Charleston's about another hour, if that helps you to realize, how dang. Actually, it's not that far. It's about another half an hour, 40 minutes. So Charleston's about 4 hours away. Sheesh, that's pretty far away.
Speech off, view, pause recording, button.
Good morning, I'm Todd Stapleton with WKRV Weather. It's brought to you by Ricky R. Cox Land Surveying. For this morning, we'll see partly cloudy skies. The overnight low at 62. Later on today, sunny with a high of 87. Tonight, mostly clear, low 60. Tomorrow, Saturday, sunny, the high 87. Ricky R. Cox Land Surveying handles all types of surveys. They've been in business over 30 years. Give them a call, 283-2637, or check them out on Facebook.
That was WKRV, Vandalia, Illinois. Okay, whoa. Hold on. I could not film that ID because they were doing a song right before it, and right afterwards. Like, there was no time to start and stop the camera. But, Holy cow, I've never gotten that before. No idea where it's at. That might be a new one. On 107.9, I just managed to pull in 107.9, that coyote. That's literally kind of how the ID sounded. Literally, it was like that. I was like, so I'm like, where is that? What is that? What is, you know? And it's such a stunner to me because, hold on, I wonder if it's still there. Oh, it's still there. That's it right there. And the reason this is so crazy is because on 107.7
FM 107.8 FM
107.7
107.7
we have this. That's our Powerhouse 100,000 watt KSLZ St. Louis, 20 miles away from me. And that station propagates far. I don't know how far. Take getting it in stereo on some mornings in Jacksonville, Illinois, far. Take an online tuner in Milford, Illinois, sometimes receiving that station when there's no tropospheric ducting, far. Note Milford is like in Iroquois County near the Indiana border, far. Yikes. That, holy cow, people. I'm going to have to look that one up. I might have to do a part 2. Because I'm very curious where the heck that is.
Speech, view, pause recording, button.
Yeah, I'm going to do a part 2 after I do the weather one more time.
View, pause recording, button. Speech off. Speech, view, pause recording, button. Speech off.
In Houston rising. Elsewhere, calm winds. 2 a.m. upstate. With clear skies at Harrisburg and the 0.23 degrees. As well as west. Hazardous weather.
Whoa! Okay, yeah. This Tropo's starting to blow open again. I just received WXL 46 in Fordland, Missouri again. Seriously, radio, what are you doing? Hold on.
Mostly sunny with a 20% chance of Thursday. Mostly clear.
Of course, Hawk Point and Marion are fighting it out.
Wednesday. There is a chance of thunderstorms Monday through Tuesday night. The upper 50s this time. Daylight time. This is NOAA. Weather with isolated thunderstorms this evening. Generally southeast of I-44 and east of Highway 65. And now the extended outlook for the period Friday through Wednesday. There is There's a 30% chance of thunderstorms Tuesday into Tuesday night.
Okay, wow. WNG 648 and Crocker is coming in like really good. It's taken out Fredericktown now. There's Shelbyville, finally.
In the lower 70s. At 2 a.m. in Sullivan, it was clear with a temperature of 70 degrees. The dew point was 70, giving us a relative humidity of 100%.
And that's Power Bourbon literally just bossing that frequency around right now. Wow. Yeah, there will definitely be a part 2 coming here in a minute. Well, not a minute, but a while. Sheesh. It's only 2 o'clock in the morning. This thing has got a lot of time to fester, if you will, and keep growing.
Power off. 30% battery level.
Sheesh. By the way, gotta say, thank goodness for my Sangean radio. I have the PRD 17 for my AM and FM. And for my weather, I have the Midland WR 120. Also, for those not in the know, I should have said this at the beginning of the video, but oh well. I am located just south of Troy, Illinois. So I am just south of Troy, Illinois, in Madison County, Illinois.
Speech on. 40. Viewfinder. 40. Zoom. Take pic. Stop recording video.